Nintendo Switch 2 leaks, specs, features, and 2025 launch talkie. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about something every Nintendo fan is wondering: should you buy a Nintendo Switch now, or wait for the rumored Switch 2? With so many leaks and updates coming out, it's the perfect time to break things down. Whether you already own a Switch, are thinking about getting one, or just curious, we'll go over display differences, performance, battery life, and what we're hearing about the next-gen console. Let's jump right in. First, let's look at the current models. The original Nintendo Switch came out in 2017. It's a hybrid console. You can play it handheld or docked on a TV. That flexibility made it super popular. In 2021, Nintendo dropped the Switch OLED. It still plays the same games, but it upgrades the screen from a 6.2-inch LCD to a 7-inch OLED display. That means better colors, deeper contrast, and a much nicer handheld experience. The speakers are also improved, making sound clearer and more dynamic. But keep this in mind, the OLED and the regular Switch have the same performance. They both run on the NVIDIA Tegra X1 chip, so games run exactly the same. No boost in power or frame rate. Battery life. It ranges between 4.5 and 9 hours depending on what you're playing. The OLED lasts just a little longer in real use. So, if you're looking for stronger performance, the OLED won't deliver that. It's mainly a screen and audio upgrade. Now let's talk about something that bugs a lot of players: Joy-Con drift. That's when your character moves on its own, even when you're not touching the joystick. It's a known problem, and sadly, it still happens on both the original and old models. Nintendo hasn't officially solved it yet, so keep that in mind if you're thinking of buying either model. So what about the Switch 2? Recent leaks suggest it'll bring some serious upgrades: a bigger 7.9-inch display, a custom NVIDIA chip with better graphics and faster performance, 8GB of RAM and 64GB of storage. Possible 4K support when docked, and most exciting, new Joy-Cons that might connect magnetically, which could finally solve the drift issue even better. It's expected to support backward compatibility, so your current Switch games should still work, especially digital ones. That's a big win. Rumors also say it might launch with a new Mario Kart, and possibly titles like a new 3D Mario, Metroid Prime 4, or even a sequel to Pokémon Legends, Arceus. If true, that's a strong lineup. Now, about the screen: will the Switch to have OLED at launch? Maybe not. Nintendo often releases a base model first, then upgrades later. Remember the 3DS? So the first version of the Switch 2 might use LCD to keep costs down, with an old version coming later. Let's talk pricing. The standard Switch is $299, the Switch OLED is $349, and leaks suggest the Switch 2 could cost between $399 and $499, maybe around $449 for comparison. The PS5 Digital Edition is $399, and the Steam Deck, so a Switch 2 in the $400–$450 range would still be competitive. But if it goes higher, some buyers might hesitate. What about physical cartridges? If Nintendo changes the game card slot, older physical games may not work without an adapter. But digital games will almost definitely carry over. Performance on third-party games is another big deal. Right now, some big titles like The Witcher 3 or Doom Eternal don't run that smoothly on the Switch, or they rely on cloud streaming. If the Switch 2 gets more RAM, better graphics, and faster storage, it could handle demanding games much better, maybe even games like Elden Ring or GTA 6. That would be a huge step forward. We're also hearing that the new dock might support 4K output to your TV, faster data transfer, and possibly even wireless TV casting so you can play on the big screen without a physical dock. That would be a game changer for anyone who likes a clean setup. So, should you wait? If you want the best handheld experience right now, the Switch OLED is still a great choice. The screen is beautiful, and the sound is better than ever. But if you're after next-gen performance, and you're okay waiting a bit longer, the Switch 2 is shaping up to be a big upgrade, especially if it arrives in late 2024 or early 2025, like many leaks suggest. What do you think? Will you buy the Switch OLED, stick with your current setup, or wait for the Switch 2? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more Nintendo updates. We'll keep you posted as soon as new info drops.